We've said our goodbyes, but we won't go home just yet. You've got your head down, just like when we first met. I can't believe it's ending. Why did we f*** it up? So stupid and upsetting. How can I give you up? We've said our goodbyes, but we won't go home just yet.
Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Also welcome if you are new. So I am starting out my Helping Hand series here on YouTube. If you've been with my channel for a while, I had a Hoarders series for a while, and I just kind of wanted to change it up a little bit and do this more of maybe not so much hoarders, but people that just really need a helping hand. So today I am at a family friend's house. Unfortunately, her dad passed and she needs to sell this house. But considering everything going on, it's just a lot for them. So I said I would come in and help out. So I'm gonna do a quick little show you what's going on. There's not a crazy amount of stuff in this house, but we're still gonna pull a lot of this out and then just kind of clean and stage. It definitely needs a really, really thorough cleaning. So yeah, let me show you around real quick. All right, when you first come in, this is the family room. I have some of my cleaning supplies already in here. So most of this is gonna go, but I am gonna leave some of the furniture, like I said, for light staging for them. But you can just see things that need to get cleaned. The floors desperately need to be cleaned. Things need to get dusted. And then it goes into the dining room. She does have someone coming this weekend to paint. So I want to make sure all the walls get cleaned and everything. There is a slight odor to the house, so getting rid of that will be huge. And then the kitchen. Kitchen honestly isn't too horrible. Once again, it's just going to be a lot of getting everything out of here, trying to get it to a point where when the person comes in that's going to paint can paint. Going back this way, this door just leads to the garage, and then this must have been her father's room. This is the only thing that might get to me a little bit, are the bugs. But I guess that's normal in Florida, especially in a place that needs to have a little bit of cleaning done. So get all of this out of here, get the floors clean, get the walls clean. There's a bathroom over here that needs a thorough, deep cleaning. And then going back out this way, through the kitchen, through the little eat-in dining area, there is 2 bedrooms in this hall and a bathroom. So we have this one in here, lots of stuff that needs to come out and give that a really good cleaning. And then the bathroom. This bathroom, I don't know if it shows on camera, but this definitely needs a really good scrubbing on the walls and the bathtub. So this bathroom is definitely going to probably take a good bit of time to get it really, really clean. I can't really tell. There's a lot of buildup on the tile in here. And then going out this way again, we have another bathroom or bedroom that once again, we need to get this stuff out of here and just thoroughly, thoroughly cleaned. So a little backstory, if this is your first time seeing my series, I did back in 2019, I started a Hoarders series where I was helping people, starting with like family, friends, and stuff like that, and it kind of evolved. But I ended up pregnant with Freya, and I had a really hard first trimester. And then COVID hit literally right after. I went to just take a break for the first trimester. And I have not been able to pick it back up since. So now that we moved, the home renovations have slowed down a lot. I decided it's finally time to pick this back up. But I got so many messages of people that just needed help. That may not be as extreme as the houses that I was doing, that I definitely wanted to change this up a bit and make it into my Helping Hand series. So that's why I'm calling it Hoarders Revamped, because it's a spin-off of my original series. But I'm super excited to be able to do this. This is actually a family friend. My mom's acupuncturist turned into friend asked for this help. Unfortunately, her father passed actually during Hurricane Ian, and she's just been going through a lot, and this is something she really needed help with and was getting super overwhelmed. Oh, quick side note, this is my mix I use when I am just trying to get everything cleaned. It's a great multi-purpose. Pine Sol for the smell, some Tide, and a little bit of baking soda. I will be using this to dust stuff. I will be using this for the floors, the walls, pretty much everything. The biggest key here is having a lot of rags. I have a ton of rags. I brought multiple different mop heads. That way I could switch out my mop heads regularly. And then obviously dumping the water a lot. I did try to catch the water dumps as much as possible. There were times that I forgot, but very important to keep a clean rag and keep clean mop heads and fresh water. But like I was saying, this is one of my mom's friends that asked for the help, and I knew right away that I wanted to help her with this. She's listing the house, and it's just been a lot for her. So to have her have to come in grieving the loss of her dad and then having to clean his house and get it ready for listing is just something that she was not in a mental state to be able to do. So I decided to come in and help her out. Luckily, she did also have someone that was willing to come in and repaint for her. I did offer that, but she already had someone set up. So just trying to give as much help as I possibly can. Also, if anyone is in need of a helping hand, I mentioned this over on Instagram. Message me over on Instagram. It's the easiest way for me to keep track of people that are wanting help. I'm hoping to do this fairly regularly. Saturdays are the best day for me to go and help someone. So you can message me on Instagram. I do request first and last name, address, photos, and like an idea of why you need help, where you need help, things like that. Anyone in the Volusia County area or within an hour of Volusia County, I might make some exceptions to go a little bit further, but not a ton. So if you are in need of help or know someone, let me know. The address and first and last name, though, are the biggest things I need, just because I will be doing background checks and things like that, just for safety reasons. I've been starting out with family friends because obviously that's the easiest, but I would love to be able to help a lot of you guys. And I know I have a ton of people in Florida that messaged me while I was in Wisconsin saying they wanted my help, but obviously I wasn't around. So now I'm able to help the Florida market as well. I was really hoping this big piece of furniture would fit into the closet, but it did not. There's no like hanging rod in there, so I was hoping maybe having that in there would show potential buyers the amount of storage. But since that ended up not working, I ended up just putting the dresser in there. She can always call like a Purple Heart or something if needed to pick up all of this stuff. Otherwise, I was putting the stuff in the garage. That way she could handle it with having people come out and pick it all up for her. And I will be bringing that big shelf back in. I have learned over the years that it is better to, oh yeah, that's when I knocked down the curtains. Whoopsie, I ended up putting them back up. But I have learned over the years that it is easier to sell a house with some furniture in it. That way people can really envision their own furniture in the house. You get a better idea of size. Your house will actually look bigger if it's not empty. That is why I'm keeping some stuff in there, trying to make it where things that made sense, and then everything else I was just taking out. That way all she had to do is call a 1-800-GOT-JUNK or Purple Heart or anyone like that to be able to come and pick it up, trying to make this as little work for her as possible. And I am doing one room at a time, trying to get it done as thoroughly as possible. Like I said, she was having a painter come in, so I figured if I did these rooms when he came back, because this was a couple days. Now, this is just day one. This ends up being 3 days worth of cleaning to get the whole house cleaned. But that way he was able to work in the rooms that I had already worked in and kind of work in a circle somewhat. But like I said, doing the Pine Sol and Tide mixture is great when it comes to wanting to clean a lot and wanting a good multi-purpose cleaner. Also, with Christmas coming around, if you have family members that you're like, I don't know what to get them, this is always such a great gift idea. If you don't have the money and want to do something for your grandparents or your parents or something, going in and giving them a good, thorough, deep cleaning of a room, the house, something like that is always a really good idea. People really appreciate it. Or if you do have the money, but you know you have your great grandma that still lives by herself but isn't really mobile enough to really clean, this is a great idea. Hire someone to come in for the day, give them a good deep cleaning. I guarantee they will appreciate it. Also, you're gonna see me vacuuming rooms multiple times. They did have pets. I'm not sure what pet they had, but there was a lot of dust, there was a lot of pet hair, there's a lot of things. So in a lot of these rooms, I would vacuum right away to try and get the big stuff up, and then dust, and then I would vacuum again before mopping. And then I usually even vacuumed a third time after I was done mopping, because anything that was stuck to the ground and mopping got up, I did all over again. But once I was done with that room, I moved into the bathroom. My game plan for this house was to work from left to right. So I started on the left side of the house, working in the bedrooms and bathrooms, and I was working my way across the house. That way I could easily know where I've been and where I need to go, because I knew this would be multiple days. One, I was working around schedules of the kids in school, Bobby's doctor's appointments and stuff like that. So I only had so many hours each day that I went out there. So that was the easiest thing for me to do. And some of the cleaning supplies I brought, but they did also have some on hand. So when I saw this scrubbing bubbles or soft scrub, I knew this would be perfect for the tile, since it did need such a thorough cleaning. However, I did notice that the soft scrub turned my scrub daddy from white to yellow. So I don't know what's in it that did that, but it did change the color. It still works just fine, but yeah, I was very surprised. I was not expecting that. You know, the other thing I will say, and a big reason why keeping up on cleaning, if you can be very important, is I was telling Bobby when I got home this day that I don't realize how little I use, like, these harsher chemicals in my house until I was here and had to use a lot more chemicals for cleaning. Because by the time I was done, I was definitely, my lungs were feeling it. These harsh chemicals can be really rough, and I try to use better products in my home. But there are just times, if something is really bad, you need the harsher chemicals. It just is what it is. My Thieves cleaner was not going to get this scrubbed the way it needed to be scrubbed, and I needed to use these harsher chemicals. So if for one reason alone to get you to maybe keep up on cleaning a little bit more is being able to use those lighter products if you're not dealing with the buildup, because that was definitely something I noticed after this day is my lungs were feeling it after mainly this bathroom, because the chemicals I had to use in the bathroom to really get it clean was a lot harsher than what I usually use. So not too much longer, and everyone's going to be talking about their New Year's resolutions. We are getting really close. I can't believe Christmas is right around the corner, and then New Year's. But I know often New Year's resolutions have to do about cleaning, decluttering, organizing, things like that. So we're going to talk about this a little bit because I get so many questions regarding these types of things. If your New Year's resolution, or it's just something you want to do in general, is to have a cleaner, tidier home, there are a couple steps you should take. First is to declutter. If you can take a month, let's say starting January, and you're going to declutter one room at a time, maybe your kitchen, your bedroom, everything like that. Decluttering is going to be your biggest friend, because to deep clean or clean when there's clutter, it is so much harder than cleaning when there's not much around. As you can see, there was a lot to deep clean in this house, but the idea that there wasn't a lot of clutter, luckily my mom's friend's mom had come into town and gotten rid of a lot of the stuff in the house before I had even gotten there. So that made my life so much easier. That probably saved me 2 days right there, not having to remove as many things. So if that is your goal for this upcoming year, make goal number 1 to declutter. After you have decluttered, make February goal number 2 to organize and then deep clean, because doing those things will make your life so much easier. And then it does have to become a habit, because you can't declutter once and be done forever. You're going to want to have to do that every couple of months. If you've been following me for a while, you guys know I'm constantly decluttering. We're always bringing stuff into our homes. It's normal. So keeping up on decluttering, and it does get easier with time, I promise. So if that is your goal for New Year's, keep that in mind. Make January a declutter month, make February an organization month, and then spring cleaning will come around and you'll be able to do all your deep spring cleaning chores and not have to worry about all the clutter around. You can focus on cleaning the windows inside and out and cleaning the baseboards and things like that, and not have to worry about all the things getting in your way, not just physically but mentally. It can be such a mental roadblock to have all that stuff. So as I was removing stuff from this room, I was originally thinking I was going to keep this rug in here. I'm like, okay, it's a decent rug. It should look decent for staging wise. Not till I moved the mattress. You can see the huge discoloration. I kind of wish I had my shampooer just to see how clean I could get it. But that was not something I brought with me. So that just went into the garage to go into the dumpster because there was no way I could use that for staging. But it's good because then I was able to really get in here. Luckily with this house, they had new floors put in. It was such a cute little, like, I don't know if bungalow is the right word for the house, but that's what's coming to my mind. Little house that I know whoever buys it, is there some work that needs to be done in this house? Absolutely. But it is such a cute little house for a small family that I think this would be perfect for anyone that's moving in. And the idea that the floors are done is huge because we all know floors can be a huge expense on a house. So you might be wondering why I'm cleaning the walls before the painter came in, because it's just going to get painted over. This is good for so many reasons. One, like I said, this was an older gentleman, and we all have our grandparents, and we go to their house and it smells like old person. It's usually just a cleanliness thing because as you get older, things get harder to do. It's just life. It's how it is. So I knew, one, with cleaning the walls, any cobwebs or dust or anything is getting off the walls, which will make it easier for the painter to paint. And then on top of that, to help with any of the odor. Like I said, most of the time, any odor in a house is purely just lack of cleaning, and especially when it comes to the older generation. That's why I said this would be a great gift for your grandparents or older parents or anything like that, is if you can spend a day and help them out deep cleaning their house. If it's one room, if it's the whole house, whatever, I guarantee they will appreciate it. This is something I've done for my parents, I have done for my grandparents, and they may not ask for your help, but I guarantee they will appreciate your help. I know so many of you are like me and love these dirty water dumps, which is why I tried to remember as much as possible whenever I did a dirty water dump to show you guys. It is always very satisfying to see exactly how dirty everything is. I probably for each room though dumped that water about 4 times per room to keep up with keeping it clean. Because like I said, I was using this for dusting the walls, the floors, absolutely everything to get it clean. This is also a way that will make cleaning easier and faster. Obviously, like I said, there's times you're gonna have to use harsher chemicals or different cleaning products for different things, but if you can have one really good multi-purpose cleaner, it's so much quicker and easier to just go around and knock off a bunch on your list with one thing.
about what has been. I only care about your soft skin, cause we're still sleeping in my head. I don't care about you and him. I don't care about what has been. I only care about your soft skin, cause we're still sleeping in my head.
Also, don't forget to move the furniture in your house because there are always hidden treasures. This room didn't seem that horrible until you started moving furniture and you found all the things that had been hiding underneath everything. It's real easy to go around stuff, so especially if you're doing a deep clean, keep in mind if you can move as much furniture as you can, it's going to help out a ton. Also, I know people are going to get me on me about gloves. I don't like wearing gloves. I feel like I can't clean as well. However, I wash my hands regularly. That to me is better than wearing the gloves, which I know is probably not the greatest of things. There have been situations in houses I've gone to where it was just above and beyond and I felt like I had to wear gloves, but I just keep up on washing my hands regularly and multiple times during the process, and avoid the gloves. And I know even though I say that, y'all are still gonna give me hate, but I just work better that way. I know, crazy.
I don't care about what has been. I only care about your soft skin, cause we're still sleeping in my head. I don't care about you and him. I don't care about what has been. I only care about your soft skin, cause we're still sleeping in my head.
Once again, this series is brand new again and I am in a new area, so if you guys want help, let me know. Reach out to me on Instagram. Even if you don't have an Instagram account, make an Instagram account just to message me. You never need to look at it again other than to message me. That is just the easiest way for me to keep track, because I can separate those messages. Also, I do this for free. I like to point that out. A lot of people always ask. I do this for free. The only thing I ask if I come and help you out is that I can film it, because this is my job and it's the way that I can afford to be able to go to people's houses and help them without charging them. So that is really big for me. So if you guys know someone, I know I've had people message me about their parents, their grandparents, anyone that needs a helping hand to get their life back under control. Maybe you're a mom and you got a bunch of little ones and you just can't keep up and you just need a whole house reset, because I get that. Like, having littles can be a lot and life can get out of hand. So if you just need a reset, the other thing is, like, when life gets out of hand, the messier the house gets, the more overwhelming it gets, and it gets hard to start over. So if you need me just to come reset your house, that way you can keep up with it again, I am more than willing to come out. Like I said, message me on Instagram, first and last name, address, photos, and just a description of what you're looking for, why you're looking for it, things like that. And I want to help as many of you as possible. So don't feel weird about messaging me. Plus, I just love these before and afters. You can't tell me seeing a room that's kind of crazy to just sparkly clean doesn't feel so good and so satisfying.
Made up your mind just to see it through. There's nobody else here waiting. Just tell me how to get through to you. 'Cause I just wanna get closer. Started out here, way beyond the tracks. The story of us and how we never look back. 'Cause this is our time, this is our life. And sometimes all you need is a smile. Oh yeah. 'Cause this is our time.
All right, so I am all done for today. If you can't tell, I'm like beet red. I ended up actually not getting done as much as I thought, but I swear that's often how it happens. Like, when I walk the house, I'm like, oh, it doesn't seem that bad. But when I actually, like, got into it and started moving furniture and, like, really looking, there's a lot more, like, deep cleaning that had to be done and scrubbing and time-consuming things. But I'm trying to work my way from one side of the house to the other side. So tomorrow I am going with my aunt and my mom to a Christmas, like, I don't know, thrifting thing, like one of those things. But I think I might come back the next day and keep moving on. And like I said, she's having painters come this weekend. So I did text her to see if it was okay if I came back Saturday. But big chunk of it done. Get back to it next time, but hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. And yeah, we'll be back at it the next time I get out here. But I'll see you guys later. Bye.